Welcome back to Owlchemist Tarot, serving tarot straight up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. If you are a return subby, thank you so much for the support, the follows, the comments, all that good stuff. So this is your general weekly reading for September 6th through the 11th. And here in the States, we are going to be celebrating Labor Day. So just trying to get an idea of what this week is going to be like. Happy birthday, Virgos. Again, if you are a Virgo September baby, lots of love going to you guys. So let's see what's going on. And I'm pulling a card from the Soul Journey Lesson deck, okay? So just pulling an oracle to see kind of what the vibe is like. And then kind of tarot cards around money, love, career, you know, communication, things we need to kind of worry about, just kind of focus on. And actually, this card came out. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to take that one too. I didn't realize both of them flipped. So courage and discipline are the two cards this week. So, and it's, again, don't look at my nails, they're busted. Sorry. Just try to divert your eyes. Some of us, you know, Spirit is asking us for the courage card to take that leap of faith, you know, put things in motion, get started, get going, stop hesitating, stop waiting, stop, you know, putting an excuse out there. Like, it really does take courage to start something. And that can be anything. It can be a new workout regime. It can be, you know, going through old things in your house and throwing them away. That takes courage. I know a lot of people are like, but some people, there can be memories and things attached to it. But nevertheless, it can be anything. It takes courage to start. The hardest step is the first step, right? The key is, if you want to see things move and grow and progress, you have to stay disciplined, okay? So for example, I'll use myself as an example. I bought a rowing machine and I have not been using it as diligently as I could, right? So it's like, it takes courage to start, and it took a whole lot of like courage to put that damn thing together. But now that it is, it's kind of like, I need to be more disciplined to start to use it, okay? If I want to see results, if I want to see progress. So you get my drift. So if you can be courageous and start something, the key is, if you want to see long-term success and momentum and growth, you have to stay disciplined, okay? Let's see what we got going on with the tarot. And this is just the after tarot deck, so you guys have seen it before. And I've shuffled quite a bit offline, but you know, I know a lot of people like to see the cards being shuffled. So. Okay, we'll do one more and then we're ready to go. All right. Okay, money. Okay. All right. Okay, the card on the bottom of the deck, I'm going to take it, and it's interesting because it goes very well with this whole discipline and courage. You have the Seven of Swords. And this card can be a huge pain in the arse. The thing is, yes, this can be people around you who might sabotage your progress. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you're trying to eat healthier, okay? And then like your friends call you, you're like, I know that you started to eat better, but like we're going to get pizza and you should just come. It's one day. It could be something very small like that. And or this could also be self-sabotage. So for a lot of us, that like, we get the courage to start, but the key is to stay disciplined, right? And not self-sabotage our momentum, our growth, our progress, okay? Because then you're just gonna have to start over. And that's fine too, right? That's fine too, but ultimately, it's like not what you want. So first card that came out for money, Five of Pentacles. So this week, I would say curb the spending. So here's what I would tell you. Spirit is saying, if you don't have the money or the means to spend without like having buyer's remorse, do not do it this week. I know that there's a lot, especially here in the States, because we have the Labor Day weekend, a lot of sales, a lot of things going on. So is it something you need or is it something you want? Or are you buying it because it's on sale? Okay, so this can be like fear of loss. This can certainly be kind of left out in the cold. So don't overspend this week because you could run up against an expense or a payment that you forgot or something that kind of creeps out of nowhere, and then you're like short on cash. So, and again, if you can't spend without like buyer's remorse, this is not the week to do it. It's okay to save for a rainy day. You don't have to spend every dollar you have. Save and invest, but this is probably not the week to overspend. And it is tempting because there's a lot of deals out there. There's a lot of bright, shiny things, but I think you have to ask yourself, is it something you really want or is it something you need? And if it's something you want, can you do it without having any regret? Okay. We got for career, 6 of Wands. A lot of you are going to be flying high this week of recognition, success, some type of victory. It can even be a very small victory. Like maybe it's an office location that you get, or it's getting something that your boss tells you you've done really well, or just recognition, maybe being asked to work on a project. Maybe you get a call for a job that you've been interested in, or an interview set up, whatever the case is. It could certainly be that. But for a lot of you, this has been work that you've been putting into motion for a while, and that you're starting to see things move in your favor. And it could be that there's an adjustment in your position that you might find out this next week, or within the next few weeks, that you're being asked to scale more, that you're taking on more responsibilities, that you're on a growth trajectory, maybe with a company you work with, or they're creating a path for you. If you work for yourself, you could be seeing more sales, more momentum, more growth. You could see more social media presence, or people mentioning you, or influencers. But it's looking really good in career. And if you're retired, not working, for some of you, this is just, doing something that you really love to do, that makes you feel good, that makes you feel like you're adding value. So it could be like, let's say it's woodworking, or it's working in the yard or the garden, or something like that, prepping something. It could be anything like that, where it's like you're not necessarily, working for anyone at the moment, but you're just still adding value in a way that makes you feel good and makes you feel like you are, it makes you feel deserving. Okay. So, but what I will say career-wise, the 6 of Wands it's like, I think for many of you, it's like finally getting the recognition you've been waiting for and looking for. I think that there could have been a lot of competition, especially if you've been gunning for a new role, and they wanted to see what you're made of. So again, really nice in the career zone. Love. Now, interesting, we got the Knight of Wands. So if you are single, this could be a week, and again, it may not happen for all of you this week, but it certainly could happen for some of you. Knight of Wands can represent a fire sign, so Leo, Sag, or Aries. But this also indicates somebody that is very exciting, kind of like probably that bad boy, bad girl kind of type of vibe. Very charismatic, a lot of chemistry, a lot of sex appeal, could rush in or charge into your life kind of like out of nowhere, kind of take you off guard a little bit, make their presence known. This is somebody who is not shy at all. They have no problem being in the limelight, and getting your attention. Now, one thing I will tell you about the Knight of Wands, they can come in very quickly and leave just as quick. So this may not be a forever. This might be a moment, if you get my drift. Now, but if you're single and if you want to even engage and you're open to it, have fun. You know what I mean? Like, be careful, have fun, and like see what happens. But what I would tell you is that this energy I wouldn't take it too seriously unless they show you consistently that they're wanting something a little bit more serious. Because usually this energy is like in and out, okay? For partnership, I think like for a lot of you might be spicing things up a little bit in the bedroom, which is exciting. You could be trying new things. This is kind of an adventurous side for both of you. Kind of bringing that sexy back into the relationship, going on dates again, enjoying what that feels like having the feeling of being admired and like chased and sought out, you know what I mean? So even from your spouse, doing something really nice, doing something together, and kind of just reminding yourself like why you fell in love with them in the first place, okay? Now, like I said, this is the thing with the Knight of Wands, that even if you're in a relationship, the test is to figure out how to keep this going, this momentum going. Usually nights are very much like fast and furious on a mission to accomplish one thing, and then like they're done. So the biggest thing is that this is not like a date and then like you're over with. You have to figure out how to keep, you know, this like chemistry and this like spontaneous type of like, you know, approach in your relationship, so it's a little bit more ongoing. But like I said, if you're single, this could be somebody that could be in and out. So don't take it too serious and don't get your heart crushed because you are wanting to make more of something than what it is, okay? Just wanting to be honest. Interesting enough, but I think for communication this week, I think for some of you, you have something to get off of your chest. You got the Four of Pentacles. I think this is something that you've been kind of holding yourself back. What I would tell you, the Four of Pentacles typically is someone, again, holding things close to their chest, not only material things, but like verbal and also emotions. What I would say is that don't feel pressured, okay? Don't feel pressured to, or feel obligated to say anything, because sometimes you don't have to make this big, you know, huge statement or address something. Like sometimes you just taking a step back and really thinking things through and getting your words together is the smart move. But some of you do have something to get off your chest. What I would recommend is your tone. Focus on the delivery and the tone. And I'm saying this just because sometimes when we hold a lot of things in because we don't want to hurt someone's feelings, or the timing's not right, or we don't think that we're going to be able to be professional, or just, you know, able to keep our emotions in check. Sometimes when we're trying to control all of those things, they burst out. So watch more so the tone and how you deliver it. It's not so much what you're saying, it's how you're saying it this week. So just kind of keep that in mind. I do think, though, a card fell out, so I'm going to keep this. The Six of Wands, the Six of Swords. Six of Swords. This could indicate that once you get this off your chest, or once you kind of state your piece or say what you have to say, you're going to feel a lot better. It could be something that you've been making a mountain out of a molehill, right? Like something it's bigger in your head that you've created than really what it is in the entire situation. You've assumed, and you really haven't tackled it head on. So if you do have this conversation with this person, again, use facts, use data, use analytics, you know, be thoughtful of how you're saying something. But I do think you're going to feel a lot better, and it's actually going to help the relationship move into a calmer state, because now each of you know where you stand, which is a good thing, right? Let's just pull one more card I feel drawn to. So let's just kind of, interesting. So we got the I cannot, like my numbers, Jesus, I keep wanting to say 6. So the Two of Cups in reverse. This is something that, okay, I feel like this has to do with communication, because it kind of came after what we just talked about here. This certainly could be with there could be something important that you need to talk about, get off your chest with an important person in your life, important relationship in your life. It does not have to be romantic, but it certainly could be. Kind of like drawing the line in the sand and letting them know how you feel, how you think, you know, how you have been perceiving things, how you have been, you know, just actions that have taken or not taken, how they've impacted you and the other person. The Two of Cups in reverse can be, you know, really looking at your relationships, your close relationships, through a different lens. Maybe you might see this person a little differently. Maybe you're engaging with them differently. There could be some awkwardness that, you know, it's kind of like the elephant in the room that you need to address. But once you get it kind of the air cleared, you kind of know where each other stand. I don't necessarily think it's like this horrible or bad situation. I just feel like there's been a lot of pent-up energy and you've been making it bigger in your head. However, at the end of this situation, you can't control the other person, so they might feel or think the same way. Even if you've stated your piece and how you have, you know, felt, I will tell you that you're going to look at a lot of relationships in your life differently, and again, through a different lens. So, and like I always tell people, as we grow and as we evolve, and as we just kind of go through our own healing and maturity, and, you know, just everybody kind of goes in different lanes, right? And not all of the people in your life are going to probably think the same way, feel the same way, and that is okay. But there could be some individuals in your life that you just kind of know where they stand and like where they are, what place they are allowed to have and keep in your life. Okay? So let me know if any of that resonates. Leave a comment. And again, you don't have to tell me your personal situation if you don't feel comfortable, but definitely know if this kind of resonates. I'll be curious to kind of see what's going on. And also remember, we're in Virgo season. Virgo season is kind of the prime time to like declutter, clean out stuff. And that can be physical things like a closet or your car or your garage, to relationships, like energy wise, like, you know, it's kind of that time of year where it's like you're shedding that skin and you're just like, look, I really see things differently, and that's okay that you don't see it my way. We can disagree, but ultimately I just don't feel like, you know, our relationship is the same, and that's, again, okay. So I think for some of you, you're gonna have to have a hard conversation. Best of luck with that. Again, leave a comment. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned because I plan on doing more videos for the month of September. Thanks, guys.